Hey there, today we're making a cabbage soup. I've gotten a bunch of vegetables from the fridge. We're gonna prep it all with the Rapid Prep mandolin. You're gonna love this, especially if you struggle with chopping vegetables with a knife. Whether your knife skills aren't that good or your wrists are sore, you're gonna love this. So this is your food chute. You attach it like this. Hold the button up, attach it here. Your hands are never near the blades. We're gonna dice our vegetables today. So I've got an onion in here, and to dice it, you're gonna just send it through twice. I have it on the French fry cut on about the 5 setting. So on the back side are your dials, and we're gonna do a quick job of the onion. Okay, so now to dice, we're simply gonna throw it through a second time. Hey there, Gracie. You probably don't want these onions. She'll get something in a minute. Okay, so let's send it through a second time. And now we're gonna have a perfect dice. So take a look at this. If you have our food chopper, you can do your vegetables with that as well. We're gonna go ahead and press the garlic straight in here. It's just easier to do. Throw it in your garlic press with the peel. Give it a good firm squish. And that pressed garlic comes straight out of there. Garlic is so good for you, and all these vegetables are great for you. So what I love about this soup is that it not only cleans out your vegetable drawer, but it's just a great way to get extra veggies. So here we go. Now I've got my Dutch oven heating up. So let's go ahead and add these vegetables, and then we'll slice up the rest. So this is the cast iron Dutch oven. I'm gonna add just a little bit of olive oil to the pot. If you don't wanna use oil, you can do a little bit of broth or water. And we're just gonna let that cook for just a little bit while we get the rest done. Okay. All right, back to the Rapid Prep. Let's get these vegetables cooked up or cut up. Now we can move quickly. So what I like about this particular soup is you can kind of adjust the ingredients however you like. I'm going to throw some carrots and celery in there at the same time. And they're going to be nice and sliced. And if you find they come out long, you can always throw them through a second time. But these are really just fine. So throw these in the pot too, and then we'll get our cabbage done. So today I'm actually just making a half a batch of this particular recipe. It's going to be really delicious. And let's go ahead and do our potatoes next. You can use some Yukon Golds. I have little russets, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to leave these like the little chunks that they are. We're just going to leave it. It'll be totally fine. Now let's get our cabbage ready. So here is the half a head of cabbage that we need. And you just need to slice them small enough so they fit in the chute. Now, cabbage, super good for you, right? It's a cruciferous vegetable. It cooks down very quickly. So we'll throw that in there. Oop, I just dropped a piece. Gracie's gonna love that. So when your vegetables are going in the chute, they should fit in there freely. If you have to force it and it's too big, like this one here, take some off. You don't want to apply a ton of pressure to the sides. Move this back. And then we'll get the last little bit in there. And we'll be ready to add the rest of this right to the pot. There we go, done. All right, let's head to the pot. Excuse me, Gracie. She'll get those pieces that I've dropped. All right, everything's going into the pot now. So let's grab a little more light, and we'll throw the cabbage into the pot with the potatoes. You can cook this a little bit longer if you choose to, but we're gonna do it all together. So those onions have caramelized. I'm gonna show you the base of the pot here. You see how it's browned a little bit? That's fond, and it's gonna add some good flavor to the soup. So recently I made some veggie broth just with scraps, and I thawed it, and now I'm gonna add it to the pot. So this is a vegetable soup. If you prefer to make it with beef broth or chicken broth, you totally can. Now this summer in my garden, I had lots and lots of grape tomatoes. I don't even know what the variety was called. I think they might have been called chocolate tomatoes, but they didn't taste like chocolate. And what I did is I roasted them in the oven, and this is a bag of frozen roasted tomatoes. The recipe calls for fire roasted, so if that's what you have, go ahead and use it. I wanted to use these up, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add them right to the pot. These were just roasted, and I know they have skins on them, but I really don't mind at all. I love knowing that they grew in my garden, and it's a good way to use them up. I think they're gonna have some amazing flavor. It also calls for some white beans. I didn't have any white beans on hand, but I had a little bag of kidney beans, and I love these in soup, so I'm gonna add, again, it's frozen. I cooked these in my quick cooker. And then finally, we'll add a bit of salt and pepper. Now, because I did the beans myself and the veggie broth myself, I know that's 0 salt in either of them. So I'm okay with adding some. We'll add some pepper. And then we'll add half a teaspoon of dry thyme. Okay, so as you look at this pot, you're gonna think, oh, that doesn't look very soupy. All of those vegetables are gonna start creating their own broth. If you've cooked with cabbage before, you know that's a great example. It's gonna form a nice broth, and this will be a delicious soup. If you wanna have more protein, you can add extra beans, or you could even add some sausage if you wanna have meat in it. But this is intended to be a vegetarian or even vegan satisfying soup. So I'm gonna let this come to a simmer, and it will be ready to eat in about 30 minutes. Once it's cool, I can divide it up into single serving portions, freeze it in Ziploc bags, and then I've got a quick and easy lunch I can pull out of the freezer on a chilly day when I just want a quick batch of soup for lunch. So I hope you'll give it a try. I'll post the recipe in the comments. It's a delicious cabbage soup using up lots of veggies you probably already have on hand. Take care.